I invite you to close your eyes for a moment and imagine this scenario. You open your mobile application and see a notification from your bank informing you that there was a debit of $60 from your account. The first reaction is confusion because you don't remember authorizing such a transaction. Upon checking, you discover that it was a subscription to a streaming service that automatically renewed. You don't watch that service anymore, but when the time came to cancel, you didn't pay attention, and now you've been paying for a service you do and use for a whole month. Believe it or not, this is a very common situation. It reflects a reality we often face without realizing it. This example serves as a starting point to address a topic that's crucial for everyone who wants to have more control over their finances. Research before buying. In our daily lives, we constantly make decisions about what to consume. Each purchase, whether big or small, impacts our economy in some way. But do we realize the full weight of these decisions? Most of the time, our purchases are made in a hurry, guided by convenience and instant gratification. We live in a society that encourages fast consumption. Credit cards, installment options, online shopping make it easier than ever to acquire whatever we want without thinking twice. But this ease can lead to problems. Think back to the last time you bought something impulsively. You probably felt a mix of emotions. Excitement when you got what you wanted, but also guilt, shame, or regret when you realized you'd spent your money on something you didn't need. Researching before buying is a habit that can put an end to these cycles. It's about taking charge of our finances and avoiding unnecessary expenses. And you don't have to sacrifice happiness or pleasure to do this. In fact, making thoughtful choices can bring more satisfaction in the long run. Before making any purchase, ask yourself why you want to buy it. Is it something you really need or just something you want in the moment? Do you already have similar items at home that could serve the same purpose? Can you find alternatives that are cheaper or more sustainable? What will happen to this item in a few months? Will it end up in a drawer unused? By asking these questions, you start to analyze your real needs and desires, differentiating between what's important and what's not. This exercise helps you understand if the purchase is truly necessary and also align the purchase with your values and long-term goals. It's essential to understand the difference between need and desire. A need is something essential for our survival, like food or clothing. Desire, on the other hand, is a wish or preference that may be influenced by advertising, social pressure, or momentary emotions. In a society where marketing is everywhere, identifying desires disguised as needs is even more important. You may see influencers showing luxury products and feel a sudden desire for them, thinking you need them too. But ask yourself, do you really need those items? Or are you just influenced by the idea of status and prestige they represent? Research shows that delaying a purchase can significantly reduce the likelihood of impulse buying. Many times our brain reacts emotionally to marketing stimuli, leading to unnecessary purchases. If you recognize this pattern, try implementing a 24 or 48-hour waiting period. When you feel the urge to buy something you don't need, wait. This pause gives you time to analyze your feelings. Is it boredom, sadness, or maybe loneliness pushing you to spend? Find alternative activities to relieve these emotions without spending money. Go for a walk, read a book, or call a friend. This waiting time is crucial because it reduces the chances of making decisions based on emotions. It's normal to want to buy new things, but it's important to remember that every purchase is an opportunity cost. When you spend money on something new, you're giving up the opportunity to spend that same money on something else. That's why it's important to make the most of your purchases, choosing items that will bring real benefits to your life. To do this, consider the following points. Quality. Invest in quality items. They may be more expensive initially, but will last longer and save you money in the long run. Durability. Check the product's durability before buying. Will it withstand frequent use? Does it have spare parts if needed? Versatility. Choose items that can be used for multiple purposes. For example, a backpack that can be used for work and leisure. Multifunctionality reduces the need to buy multiple products, saving both time and money. Aesthetics. Yes, aesthetics matter, but don't let it be the main reason for a purchase. Remember that beauty is subjective, and what matters most is that the item meets your needs. Functionality. Prioritize functionality over aesthetics. An item that's beautiful but doesn't fulfill its purpose well isn't a good purchase. Choose items that are both functional and visually appealing. Now let's talk about another critical aspect of researching before buying, exploring alternatives. Just because you see an advertisement for a specific brand or product doesn't mean it's the only option available. Take a moment to explore other brands or models that might meet your needs just as well, but are more affordable. You might be surprised at what you find. Don't limit yourself to the first search results. Go deeper, compare prices, read reviews, and look for items with the best price-quality ratio. Also, don't shy away from secondhand options. Many items like clothes or accessories can be purchased used in excellent condition for a lower price. Websites or local marketplaces are great places to start this research. Remember that by exploring alternatives, you're not just saving money, you're also gaining a broader perspective and making a more informed decision. The final step in researching before buying is to read reviews. Reviews are like a direct line to the experiences of other consumers. They offer valuable insights into the pros and cons of a product, helping you make a more informed choice. When reading reviews, consider the following. Look for patterns and opinions. If several people mention a specific flaw in the product, it might be worth considering. Check if the reviews are recent. Products evolve and reviews from a few years ago might not reflect the current quality. Also, don't just rely on star ratings. Dive into the written reviews to get a complete picture. Consider the source of the review. Is it a reliable source or might it be biased? Seeking opinions on multiple platforms can give you a more balanced view. By investing a little time in reading reviews, you can avoid potential problems and make a smarter purchase decision. In today's world, it's easy to fall into the trap of mindless consumption. We live in a society where having the latest gadgets, the trendiest clothes, or the newest shoes is seen as a marker of success and happiness. However, this constant pressure to consume can lead us to make unwise financial decisions that ultimately cause stress and dissatisfaction. Researching before buying emerges as a powerful tool in this context, capable of transforming our relationship with consumption. It allows us to break free from the cycle of impulsive purchases driven by advertising and societal pressures, guiding us towards choices that truly align with our needs and values. Adopting this practice doesn't mean denying ourselves the pleasures of life. On the contrary, it's about enhancing our ability to choose what brings us genuine happiness and satisfaction in the long run. It's about acquiring items that fit our lifestyle, that we truly love, and that we'll use over time. By dedicating a few moments to research, we gain the power to avoid unnecessary expenses, choose items that match our preferences, and invest in our future financial well-being. In a world that encourages instant gratification, researching before buying is a breath of fresh air. It's a conscious choice in favor of financial responsibility and emotional balance. But remember, you don't have to go through this journey alone. Share this video with your friends and family. Together, you can motivate each other, exchange tips, and hold each other accountable. As the great Mahatma Gandhi said, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. So spread this message, inspire others, and create a ripple effect of mindful consumption in your community. Thank you for joining me on this journey of financial awareness and responsible consumption. May your path be filled with wisdom, balance, and prosperity. Until next time, keep researching, keep questioning, and keep making smart choices. It's time to take control of your finances and build a future full of possibilities. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Keep inspiring, keep sharing, and keep moving forward. Goodbye. And until next time.